Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the stream crashing, my computer crashed. Let's go and delve right into this. Thanks to my buddies at Cards Against Neptunia for bringing this issue to my attention, as I haven't been in touch with Fakku for years, or HentaiHaven, because I go to Sumino and Hentai, like a real man of culture. So, let's get started. My biggest issue with this entire thing is the contrasting of views. So, I'm going to get into the detail after I'm done reading this. There's drama brewing in the hentai scene. The original owner of HentaiHaven made a post on the morning of July 7th, 2019, claiming that Fakku had screwed him over out of his website. Hours later, after multiple people requested comment from Fakku, the company's owner issued a public statement claiming that they were trying to legitimize HentaiHaven. Using the Papa HH Twitter account and the hashtag HentaiHaven is dead hashtag, Papa HentaiHaven tweeted the following, yada yada yada. We've already read that in the previous video. This tweet garnered over 20,000 likes. Hours of conversation and speculation eventually culminated in Fakku responding to claims made by Papa HentaiHaven, with the founder of Fakku, Jacob Grady, posting the following message on the evening of July 7th, 2019. If you're unable to read the message, Grady explains. To dispel some of the rumors going around, nice try, ain't dispelling shit. Papa HentaiHaven shut down HentaiHaven after being alerted of legal threats from Japan. I was in a position to help make HentaiHaven legitimate and agreed to help negotiate on their behalf. Together, we had been working on licensing and converting their content and services into ones where fans would be given the option to further support the actual creators of the content. During this process, Fakku did not make any money. Now, I'm gonna back off on that for a minute, because they don't. I know Fakku, okay? I used to be a Fakku frequenter, but the thing is, none of the content on the Fakku site itself is optional. To be given an option, you need an alternative to the option. And Fakku is entirely subscription-based, so I don't buy that Fakku. Papa HentaiHaven helped create an incredible community at HentaiHaven, and that's what we wanted to save. Funny way I shown it. But there are a lot more people responsible for it than just him. I plan on reaching out and seeing if this can be worked out, and to be clear, if shutting down HentaiHaven is what Papa HentaiHaven wants, I would be supportive. But I do firmly believe that continuing to make millions off of piracy and not giving part of that money to HentaiHaven's staff, the creators in Japan, etc. is not an option, and that's what was happening before I got involved. Now, here's the problem. Who the fuck cares? It is not anyone's obligation. They are not obligated to do so. There are some bold claims from both Papa HentaiHaven and Grady. However, neither provides proof of their claims, and Grady completely sidesteps the issue that Papa HentaiHaven had, which was that he was locked out of HentaiHaven and that Fakku basically muscled him out. Instead, Grady focuses on the legal aspects of running HentaiHaven, which has nothing to do with who owns and runs it, but rather how it's run. This comes after HentaiHaven was shut down back in late December of 2018. Fakku stepped in and saved the website just a day after, or a day later, on December 21st, 2018. There has been a lot of silence since then, as noted by Papa HentaiHaven in his screed, but now that the cat is out of the bag, we have no idea what will happen to the site or those involved. According to Hardy's post, Papa HentaiHaven was making millions on HentaiHaven, but wasn't paying staff nor the original Japanese creators of the hentai being hosted on the site. This was corroborated by a former staff member at HentaiHaven who said the money they were owed were never paid out under the old management, but they later tweeted that since then the staff has been paid. And they show a bunch of tweets for no reason. According to Papa HentaiHaven, Hardy and the Fakku crew basically stole HentaiHaven from Papa HentaiHaven and removed him from his own website. Although I would be remiss not to point out that there is some deep irony in a pirate having his property stolen from him. Hardy does mention that he is willing to work things out with Papa HentaiHaven, so we'll see where things go from there. It's unfortunate that those who simply wanted their hentai fix have to endure some corporate drama involving the delivery of such fine goods from a website trapped in turmoil. Now, there's a major issue here, and it has nothing. Well, it's part of it to do with the whole corporate garbage that's going on right now. The problem is simple. These corporations are acting with impunity and under the guise of the obligation of the consumer to pay the creators. Here's this thing. No one is required to pay for anything. Nor should people be guilt-tripped for not doing so. And I just find it funny. I find it really funny and ironic that they operate under the presumed obligation, but in actuality, none of us are required to pay for the services. This is a field based on a passion project. If I don't want to pay for Bible Black because I'm going to watch it maybe one time out of the year, or watch Onichichi like 1 month out of the year, I'm not going to pay for a subscription service if I barely use it. The amount of usage, frequency, and general behavior is just annoying. It's pretentious. And I guarantee you that when Papa HentaiHaven wanted to make HentaiHaven the Crunchyroll of hentai, I'm pretty sure he wasn't talking about Mother's Basement levels of guilt tripping. Here's the thing, I left fucking years ago for my hentai. I'm a man of culture. I gotta assume, and hentai. Just saying. I don't really need a paid service to enjoy when I want to enjoy. I'm not going to watch anything that requires a paid subscription. It's fucking hentai. It's one thing, maybe, to support the anime industry. Because it's anime. It's public. It's mainstream. And it's something that's actually worth bottom dollar at minimum. Hentai is not. Hentai is underground. You can't fucking mainstream hentai. That's just not how the fucking market works. If you're going to, bring credibility to hentai, don't bury yourself under the banner of Crunchyroll, because Crunchyroll is ridiculous. The fact of the matter is that Fakku technically owns HentaiHaven now. Whether the whole Japanese creators lawsuit thing is legitimate or not, I don't care. Neither should you. The fact is, we shouldn't have to worry or bear the consequences of any of this behavior. The fact that Fakku seems fit to boot someone out, and then when they are called out on booting him out, they neither confirm nor deny. If you're going to be accused of something, deny it. Provide proof that they're wrong. But you've done none of that. You've just explained legal procedure that has nothing to do with the original claims, just as one angry gamer has reported. The fact of the matter is the actions of Fakku means that Fakku has the burden of proof. They've provided zero documentation that Japan ever had legal lawsuits to begin with. Hell, even Papa HentaiHaven himself said it. He would spend every bottom dollar to basically keep his entire site built. He got skied, and the owner of Fakku, which is the same owner, by the way, who created the constantly low subscription service. A subscription service that basically cut off 2/3 of their viewership, completely made a fucking joke of themselves. They destroyed their clicks, and instead put up a subscription service, an arbitrary subscription service, which they can alter at any time the amount of money you have to pay for the subscription service, and they will try to scrape as much, every penny out of the consumer as they possibly can. You know, Fakku's actions are incredibly predatory and in direct violation of antitrust laws. And HentaiHaven is the Las Vegas, the Sin City of anime porn. That's just how it is. What happens at HentaiHaven stays there. So in actuality, this is just predatory, and it's absolutely disgusting. I say feel ashamed of Fakku. HentaiHaven has stated that there's legal issues, but have provided none of it. If you read the article wrong, you might think that the burden of proof is on HentaiHaven. But keep in mind that on the burden of proof, Fakku is the one who has to explain themselves, and they haven't done that. They have not provided a decent counter statement. They only gave legal procedure. They did not give cause for the seizing of the company. And honestly, if you're not going to deny the claims made by someone, if you are going to do so, you rid responsibility of Papa HentaiHaven for burden of proof. An accusation without a denial is practically an admission of guilt. You are never going to convince me or convince a judge that your legal procedure is valid, Fakku. It's not. And the reason why it's not is because you've done nothing to confirm or deny. Silence is incrimination. And it's not like, they invoked the Fourth Amendment. Or sorry, the Fifth Amendment. It's not like they invoked the Fifth Amendment. Which, if they had done so, if they said, we will, protect our right to keep ourselves from incriminating ourselves, then I would buy it as a lack of admission of guilt. But then you put a statement out. And this is the key factor here. They put a statement out. If they had actually remained silent to begin with, yes, they could have said they will refuse to incriminate themselves. But they put out a statement. A statement that neither confirms nor denies. And as such, they have chosen to admit guilt by omission. And until they provide evidence otherwise, or if they even bother to provide evidence otherwise, they're going to be presumed guilty. They're going to be presumed the guilty party. I say, and here's where I'm going to be really unpopular, I say, boycott Fakku, because there is no just cause. There's no just cause for this to happen. Fakku, you should be deeply ashamed of yourself. Your practices are anti-consumer and just disgusting, corporate, and predatory. I hope this doesn't result in a war between HentaiHaven fans and Fakku, but I also kind of hope it does, because someone's got to hold these corporate scumbags accountable. Their behavior is not okay. Now keep in mind, I do hereby disclaim, when I say hold accountable, I mean cut your subscriptions. Do not give them clicks to their site. Do not do anything illegal that violates their rights, like causing any harm or harassment of any kind. I denounce those behaviors. But let me make something clear. We need to send a message to Fakku. Their practices are not okay. So anybody who watches this and bothers to agree, cut your subscription service. Use sites like Sumino or Hentai. Be a one-man gentleman of culture. No. A gentle one-man of culture. With that, ladies and gentlemen, like the video, subscribe if you are new. And ladies and gentlemen, just remember to put in a quarter to try again. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.